I once was lost, but now I'm found. All because of Jesus. He will never let me down. Listen, I once was lost, but now I'm found. 'Cause I got Jesus, He won't let me down. He had a plan for you and me when He died on Calvary. I once was lost, but now I'm found. Now I'm found. I got Jesus, He won't let me down. He had a plan for you. All right, what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another Real Talk / Bible study. I pray that everybody's having a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day as we thank the Most High for so much. My title now says Woes of Revelation. The woes of Revelation. I want to talk about the 3 woes in Revelation. And this is so powerful. And when you think about woes in the Bible, there's nothing pretty about it. So many times in the Bible, when it says woe, I mean, it should get your attention. So many unbelievers will feel this. See, Satan has his wrath on the true believers, and then the Most High has his wrath on the unbelievers. But we got all this talk about pre-trib, post-trib, mid-trib, all this secret going away stuff. So many different teachings that when it comes to talking about the Most High's wrath on the unbelievers and Satan's wrath on the believers, things are being taught so backwards that it's just causing more and more confusion. As we can see, as long as we live, keep living, there's just confusion on top of confusion. But if you don't understand the difference between Satan's wrath on us versus the Most High's wrath on the unbelievers, then once again, you're going to make the mistake of thinking that the Most High is doing things to His own people. And it's not. Now, the Most High will allow things to happen to His people, but that don't mean that the Most High is causing it. There's a difference between allowing something to happen versus, causing something to happen. Just like He allowed Satan to do those things to Job, except he couldn't have Job's soul. That's why you have tribulation. Then you see the Most High's wrath on the unbelievers once again. So don't confuse tribulation with the Most High's wrath. When you see these woes in the Bible, it means it's judgment time. The word woe is often used to express regret or grief. We always see grieving or distress. Once again, the Most High used woes. He used this word probably more than anybody in the Bible. And it means affliction also. When you don't repent and you continue to live willfully sinning, you just continue to just reject the Most High. You don't want to know the gospel. You don't want to hear the truth. You want to keep doing what you're doing and think you're going to get away with it. Woe unto you. Woe to the ones who don't want to straighten up. Woe to the unbelievers. The first woe is revealed after the 5th trumpet judgment. If you go to Revelation chapter 9 and look at verse 3, in the word of the Most High, it says, "And there came out of the smoke locusts upon the earth, and unto them was given power, as the scorpions of the earth have power." Now you got a great debate going on about, is this spiritually or this should be taken literally? Is it really going to be, some smoke locusts upon the earth that's going to be given powers? So you have to understand that when you look at demons, what I understand about this is that
The Most High is using the enemy to mess with the enemy. Y'all catch that? He's using Satan's own clique to harm the unbelievers. This is not the Most High harming his own children. So you cannot go up against the Most High. Now some people say it's just physically, and then some say this is spiritually. It's each to their own how you look at it. I'll say this because I don't know it all. These things, from a lot of people's point of view, are not accepted as literal because look at the description of it. Now what always attack us, not flesh and blood? These demons. Look at where they're coming from. When you study demons and know how they travel and understand once again that this battle is not against flesh and blood, but demons also do need some type of flesh to travel in. But I can look at this spiritually, and I guess I can say I can look at it physically in so many ways. But I don't know it all. So I'm just giving you another way to look at it, you know, both ways, because you have a great debate about this. But these, to me, are demonic locusts. And what we know for a fact is they're not going to harm the Most High's children. They're going to harm the ones that don't have the seal of the Most High. They're going to be allowed to be tormented for 5 months. It's going to be a sad sight for them. Can you understand that being harmed, being tormented, and can't even die from it? The Bible says they're going to want to die, but they're not going to be able to die. That's some sure enough pain. Being tormented is so bad that just go on and kill me, but no, I'm not going to let you die. You got to sit there and take it. Painful stings, like the Bible says. Just like when you look at that rich man that died in Luke 16 with when Lazarus died, the Bible said it came a time when they both died. That man was being tormented. He wasn't dead either. Keep in mind, he could still see, and he was talking. He was in so much torment because when he was alive, he cared nothing for Lazarus. When he was alive, he had everything he wanted. He was rich. The Bible says Lazarus ate the crumbs from his table. The dog licked Lazarus' sores. The dogs had the most sympathy for Lazarus than that rich man did. And he was in torment. So you got to catch this in the spirit. He lifted up his eyes. He was in Hades, hell. He was on the wrong side of the gulf. He could see afar off Lazarus in what we call Abraham's bosoms, paradise. But he couldn't go there. He was in torment. Catch that in the spirit. Now, when you look at these unbelievers that's going to be tormented like this, once again, they will not die. They're going to be crying out to be dead. That's how much pain it is for them. But they're not going to be able to die. Most time, not going to let them die. That's got to be a bad feeling, y'all. You got to sit there and take it. Now, the second woe is revealed after the sixth trumpet. That's why y'all always hear me say the numbers. When you look at the spiritual number of completion, is 7. And then when you look at Satan, it's always 666. Satan comes before, the Antichrist come before the true Christ. But these rapture teachers teaching you something different. 6 always come before 7. After the sixth trumpet judgment, the next woe begins. And it comes with a voice command. It's in Revelation chapter 9, same chapter. But you got to move down to verse 14. It says, saying to the sixth angel, which had the trumpet, loose the 4 angels, which are bound in the great river, Euphrates. These 4 angels are demons who were cast from heaven along with Satan. Remember, the Most High kept some of them them demons, them fallen ones in prison until the appointed time. The book of Judges shows you that. Revelation 9 and 15 says, and the four angels, they was loose, which were prepared for an hour and a day and a month and a year to do what? Slay the third part of men. These angels and their armies, numbering we could say about 200 million, they are released to kill a third of mankind. See, it's a lot of people already spiritually dead. It's going to be a lot of physical death also, but catch this, how many are already dead spiritually? But it says they're going to slay 1/3. The third, 1/3, yeah, I said it right. The third part of men. That's a lot. The third woe is revealed after the seventh trumpet judgment. Here's where we always know the spiritual number of completion comes in. The third woe pretty much marks the finishing of the Most High's judgment on sin. That's why the Most High hates sin. That's why the Most High is separated from sin. The wages of sin is death. That's why all this got to be cleaned up for the new heaven on earth. Peter talked about the fervent heat, the earth being cleaned up. Not no secret way out. Not heaven going that way, because the Bible say the old heaven passes away. The new heaven, the new Jerusalem, the new holy city on earth. That's why it's so important to understand the earth. The meek shall inherit the earth. So many things and so many ways that the Bible teaches you about the earth and why it's always that's why I always say it's the end of the earth age, not the end of the world. You don't really know how old this world is. Some people guess at it, but the end of the earth age, and then it's gonna be when you look what you're looking at right now in these churches, while all this judgment is going on, why things are taking a turn for the worse in a lot of church buildings, because we are living what the book of Judges talked about. The great falling away. And I don't even know how long that's going to last, but it's been the falling away going on for a long time. You see people that you wouldn't even think turning their back on the Most High now. People that you thought were strong, they weak now. Apostasy. You see deceivement going on. You see so much confusion going on. You see now it's all about money being talked about. It's all about entertainment now. It's all about tithe and pay your tithes. You don't hear too many people talking about your soul prospering. But this third woe is so powerful. Teach, Holy Spirit. With the third and final woe, then you see the 7 bowls of the Most High's wrath. That's powerful. The whole chapter of Revelation 16, you see this. These are the bowls of anger from the Most High. It started talking about the first angel, second angel, third angel, fourth angel, fifth angel, sixth angel, seventh angel. But the first angel emptied out his bowl on the earth. And it brought so many ugly and painful sores out on everybody who had the mark of the beast and worshiped the idol. Once again, this is not the Most High's judgment on his own children. If you got the mark of the beast, then you know who have you. The second bowl, the second angel poured out. The Bible say the sea turned into blood, like that of a dead person, and every living thing in the sea died. Now, when I say sea, let me ask y'all this question to the ones who've been studying it. Am I talking about a real sea, or what am I talking about? That's my question to y'all. That's why the Most High shows us that hell, or some may call it Hades, Sheol, the grave, will be judged. The grave will be judged, and then the Bible speaks of the lake of fire, which is the second death. No true believer should see the second death. That is the lake of fire. That home was set up for the wicked, not for the Most High's people. The third angel poured out his bowl into the rivers and streams, and immediately, right away, they turned into blood. The fourth angel emptied out his bowl on the sun, and it began to scorch people like a heated fire. The Bible says everybody who was unbelievers was scorched by the great heat. But you know what they did? They was being tormented so bad that they cursed the name of the Most High. The Bible says none of them turned to the Most High and praised him. They continued to just curse the Most High. They still had a chance to do what was right, and they still cursed the Most High. That's why he wouldn't let them die. They still didn't want to serve. The fifth angel emptied out his bowl on the throne of the beast, and right then darkness covered his kingdom. And his people began biting their tongues in pain. Then they got sores all over themselves. You know what they did? They cursed the Most High. They still didn't stop doing their evil work. They want to continue to be who they was and what they was. You know what that is? A reprobated mind, once again. Or some may call them reprobates. That still wasn't enough. The sixth angel emptied out his bowl on the great Euphrates River, and it completely dried up to make a road for the kings from the east. And then the Bible say an evil spirit looked like a frog came out of the mouth of the dragon. One also came out of the mouth of the beast, and another out of the mouth of the false prophet. What's the home for the beast, the false prophet, and Satan? The lake of fire. But the Bible say these evil spirits had the power to work miracles. They went to every king on earth to bring them together to make war against who? The Most High. It's sad that some, well, I'm going to say more than some, a whole lot, actually think they can go up against the Most High and win. They don't have a chance. And finally, the seventh angel emptied out his bowl into the air. You know what happened? A loud voice from the throne in the temple shouted, "It's done. It's finished." The lightning was flashing. The thunder was roaring. And the worst earthquake that you ever seen in all history, it happened. See, the earthquakes we seeing now don't have nothing on this earthquake in Revelation. And you know what happened? The great city of Babylon split into three parts. And the cities of the other nations, they fell. Every island went away. All the mountains disappeared. Hailstones, weighing about 100 pounds each, fell from the sky on people. Can you imagine 100 pounds, something that big hitting your head? And you know what they did? I'm talking about these unbelievers. It was hitting the unbelievers so hard that once again they cursed the Most High. Noticing all this pain and suffering and going through, none of them wanted to change. They cursed the Most High. Can you imagine that hail being that big, 100 pounds each? And it was hitting them so hard that they wanted to die. So instead of giving up, trying to get right, they curse the Most High. These are the woes. Woe unto them. How many times did our Savior say woe? In Matthew, woe. Woe unto them. Even in the Old Testament, woes, woes, woes. These are the woes of Revelation. The Most High's judgment on sin and unbelievers. Now I'm saying unbelievers, but let me say this as I close. Don't think because you're a true believer, you're not going to be judged either. Because we all have to give an account of our life. Y'all know the 3 surprises I always say about heaven. That you'll be shocked at who you see. You'll be shocked at who you don't see. And you're going to be shocked that you made it in. Y'all, let's keep doing what's right. And y'all have a wonderful, wonderful, blessed day.